Good morning. Today we are going to elaborate on the 5 kingdom classification. As it is, we know that our universe is full of diversity, and as we have studied earlier, this diversity is based on unicellular or multicellular organisms, eukaryotic or prokaryotic, autotrophs or heterotrophs. But initially, Aristotle divided them on the basis of their habitat. This sort of a classification became very difficult as diverse organisms of different kingdoms inhabited the same habitat, like whale, shark, starfish. They were all found in water. Then came Linnaeus, and he gave us the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. But these classifications also had their several drawbacks. When we come to bacteria, we cannot call them plants because they are prokaryotic organisms, and some of them even possess flagella to help them move. Some single-celled organisms, such as euglena, cannot be exclusively called plant or animal. They have chloroplast like plants, mouth to feed like animals. Fungi are also not plants as they neither have chlorophyll nor roots, stem or leaves. So a need arose to classify bacteria, fungi and euglena into different kingdoms. So the above 3 groups of organisms are now recognized as distinct kingdom: Monera, Protista and fungi, and these together with the other kingdoms, Plantae and Animalia, are called 5-kingdom classification. Now we will study about the kingdom Monera. It is a kingdom which consists of oldest and most abundant organisms. Prokaryotic means, pro means early and karyon means nucleus. It means a very primitive nucleus it has. Prokaryotic, before a nucleus. Mostly it is unicellular and microscopic. They undergo asexual reproduction. Prokaryotics are single-celled organisms. They are the smallest and simplest organisms, showing no division of labor. It is a major group of this. Other groups of Monera are cyanobacteria, which are autotrophic, and eubacteria, which are heterotrophic. Archaebacteria, the most ancient of the kingdom. Some examples of Monera are Bacillus, cocci, Archaebacteria, eubacteria, and blue-green algae. Now we will be studying about the kingdom Protista. This group includes many kinds of unicellular eukaryotic organisms. These organisms use appendages such as hair-like cilia or whip-like flagella for moving around. They include both the unicellular green autotrophic organisms, example Chlamydomonas, as well as unicellular non-green heterotrophic organisms, example Euglena, amoeba, paramecium. Now we will be studying about the kingdom fungi. This kingdom consists of unicellular eukaryotic organisms. These organisms have a cell wall which is made up of chitin material, but many of these organisms have the capacity to become multicellular at one or the other stage in their lives. Most of the time, fungi feed on dead and decaying matter, and that is why they are known as saprophytes. And the commonest example is yeast and mushroom. These fungi also have the capacity to go and live in a symbiotic relationship where both the partners are mutually benefiting each other, like lichens. Now we will be discussing about the symbiotic relationship. Symbiotic relationship is defined as a relationship where both organisms are mutually benefited or dependent on each other for their existence. Lichen is formed from a symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. Algae provides nutrients to fungi, and fungi protects algae from destruction. You all have studied about the three kingdoms: Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Fungi. We will be studying about the Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia in our next series.